Good day. I'm Q. It's so good to see you. I'd like to introduce you to my channel. It's Q. I eat electrons. And I want to talk and share some experiences, some of my knowledge in science and food, human physiology, and spend a lot of time talking to people about why they're not well and how they can get better in their life. So I'm going to focus mostly on health, some wealth, and get into some deep science to explain things in a way that's understandable, tangible, and hopefully can help you in your journey of learning to live a little bit better, like getting some sun, figuring out why some foods might be causing problems in your body. I'm going to shoot from the hip. There's not going to be a lot of production, but I'm going to share a lot of the things that I've learned on my journey where I've had to overcome some of my own health conditions, a lot of issues, why I was 40 pounds heavier than I was when I didn't want to be. So, a bit of background on myself. I do a lot of things in my life and travel the world, been involved in a lot of different businesses and a lot of different professions, but I'm a professionally trained biological sciences technologist. That's what I went to school for. But to be honest, often a diploma or a decree or a certificate or a PhD isn't hardly worth the paper it is written on. My training did help me. Hey, Crow, how you doing? You want to come in the shot? No? Okay, here. I'm not kidding. Here's a crow. Hey, Crow, what's going on? You want to be in the shot? Anyways, oh, no, he's going to eat a worm. But anyways, my training did help me immensely, though. It taught me how to work and think in the scientific method, you know, how to observe something and then wonder why it worked a certain way that it worked. And, we have to question things in life because there's always a solution to a problem, but often we're so trapped in the problem that we can't figure out how to get out of it or what is causing the problem. So, for the last 40 years, I've been incredibly curious. I always wanted to know the hows and the whats. I wanted to figure things out if possible and try to get to the whys. But we don't really know the whys. Why does something work the way it is? We don't know. Evolution? Is it a probability? Lots of things come into the way things work, like the human body or biological systems or our earth or our environment. We've got a lot of different areas of science, and these areas often come together in ways that we can't see, like electromagnetism or hormones. We only discovered leptin, one of our main hormones in our body, in 1994. I mean, how do you really know how the leptin system works or the POMC system works or how light affects biological systems, magnetism, food? It's hard to get to the real answers. And I've had to spend a lot of time studying and learning from, I think, what are some of the world's greatest scientists or people that have had to figure out problems or get to the real root cause of what's causing an issue for people that's affecting their health or affecting their wealth or like so many different things that we have to face and we're trying to figure out, but we don't really know what the real answers are, even to the problem. There might be many different things that impact a problem. So I wanted to create this channel to really get into the science and then tie different pieces of science together so that we can then find a path that might work for us. Each individual human we're slightly different. We live in different geographic areas. We have different biological makeups. We have different mitochondria. We have different food that we eat in different seasons. It's complicated. It's not just as simple as food and exercise or calories or fat or protein or carbohydrates. But some of these things are really causing some problems in our biological systems, our human body, causing issues like sleep issues, blood glucose issues, obesity. Why do we get fat? How do we lose fat? How does fasting work? How do our hormones work? Why do we feel tired sometimes? There's a lot of different inputs that come into the exploration or the journey of finding the strategies for optimal human health. So, I feel I'm over 50. I feel better in my life now, physically and mentally, than I have for years. I used to be able to not sleep. I had irritable bowel, I had lots of gastrointestinal issues. I was slightly depressed. The sleep was a big factor for me. I worked in technology for a lot of years, and now getting more into the physics side of biology, it's called quantum biology. It answers a lot of the questions that I couldn't figure out on my journey. So I spent a lot of time talking to people and helping them. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a, you know, I do personal coaching, but not for money. It's just to try and help people solve the problems that they're facing um, in their daily living. Kids as well too. I mean, kids are affected by things in slightly different ways than adults are, but we don't see it that way. We don't really understand the sun. We don't really understand how metabolism works, what mitochondria are, or how um, eating different types of foods affect our biology. Different types of wavelengths of light affect our biology as well too. So we have circadian biology, which is night and day, and how our body interacts with different light signals and reacts to different types of foods in seasonal areas. So, you know, I'll walk you through in my channel in my upcoming videos. I'll try and focus in on the basics and explain what I've learned over the last few decades, and then how I apply those learnings to improving my own health and helping myself live the best life that I can live. So I just wanted to introduce myself and say thanks a lot for watching my channel, and hopefully I can help you learn and just be better, get better, figure out why some of these problems are happening to us, and food ingredients, toxins, microplastics, um, all these different things affect our biological system and our health. And really, at the end of the day, our health is our wealth. So plan on doing walk and talks and getting out into nature and talking about a lot of these things that we are feeling help, like, say, red light therapy or cold plunges, cold thermogenics, how temperature and light affects our biology in addition to food. So um, I assume that you've come to watch my energy for a reason, and I hope to share some of my energy and information with you. And I look forward to enjoying this journey with you. So if you can like and subscribe or share this channel with other people, that'd be quite helpful. And yeah, hopefully we can journey together and get better and better. Have a great day. Thanks a lot.